Look, nigga diss me and got shot in his shit. He say smoking Rollo, man, Fulio a bitch. I'll pull up on the 6 cause my Glock got a dick. But I jump out with a Drake and run him down and take a piss. How you rub my gangsta shit?
What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Eric, and today we're going to finally start the McChronicals. Now, this series is going to be a long one, or maybe a short one, because to be honest, the entire time I worked at McDonald's, I was high as fuck. I literally had about maybe 2 or 3 days I was genuinely sober in that bitch. But anyway, enough with the introduction. Let's start off with this fucking banger. So I'm gonna start off with my first fucking day. Now, this was my first ever job that I have ever applied to, and honestly, it was the easiest job that I ever gotten in my life. Like, I literally applied to this bitch online, and literally, I did this shit in school, and like, during my 3rd hour, they called me about it. Like, I literally just walked out of class, just picking up the phone, and I secured the interview within like 6 fucking hours. Now, also at this McDonald's, I need to mention, because of further notice, I also had about, at the time, 2 of my homies also applied and got in. Also, we had this one homie that worked there. Now, I didn't really know this homie in the beginning, to be real, but later on, he became a really cool character during this series. But also, I just had to add that part in. A lot of my fucking homies worked there, and when I started working there, a lot of them became my homies. Like, this whole place turned into fucking O-Block. Like, I'm not even joking. This place was fucking lit. But anyway, let's get back to my first fucking day at this bitch. So, you know, your boy Eric, he's a jit. He's 16 years old, and he walks in this bitch with this fucking blue-ass McDonald's shirt, fucking black jeans from fucking Ross. Fucking Ross. You feel me? Had the new fucking non-slip shoes I got from the fucking mall, the fucking shoe department type shit, bro. I look goofy as fuck. I mean, the McDonald's uniforms in the beginning, fucking goofy, bro. Goofy ass fucking uniforms. Now, later on, they did release some good shirts. Okay, hold on, I'm getting off track. I'm talking about shirts, but first day. I walk up in that bitch, bro, and everybody is looking at me like, they're like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, who is this motherfucker? Like, I genuinely did get hired within, like, a day, and I had my next day in, like, the next, like, 40 hours. But, walked in that bitch, I walk into the back, and now I'm looking for the lady that hired me, and that was actually my general manager, and I didn't see that bitch. So, I walk up to the front, and I'm like, I walk up to this dude, and I'm like, are you a manager? And he's like, yeah, I'm a manager. Now, this dude, we're gonna give him a name. We're gonna call him we're gonna call him Jack. Now, Jack, the manager, he fucking walked me back there, and he was like, okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to work service, or do you want to work in the grill? And I was like, I want to work in the grill, because all my homies said that they were gonna work in the grill. So, alright. I gotta redo that. I accidentally said this homie's name. Now, I'm really trying to keep this all confidential, even though you probably know who I'm talking about if I did post this on my Instagram and you watching this from my Instagram link, but, you know, just for everybody else, I gotta keep this shit as confidential as possible, obviously, you know, privacy reasons. But anyway, Jack introduces me to Bobby. Now, this is probably the worst motherfucker he probably ever could have brought me up to, but Bobby really was good at his fucking job. So, Bobby's teaching me all the basics and shit, like how to drop food, how to fucking cook the burgers, and, you know, he was just telling me, yeah, just fucking overdrop the burgers, you know, and just hand them all to us, and we'll get the rest of this shit done. And, honestly, that was about the rest of my first day. I was literally just making burgers and dropping chicken all fucking day with my one homie who also applied. Now, we're gonna name him, hold on. Man, fuck it. I'm just gonna call him by a street name. Alright, so me and Lil B were just running up the fucking grill area, just making the food. And that was the rest of my first day. Now we're gonna move on to my second day. Now, my second day, it was just like the last day, you know, I was just dropping the burgers and shit. This is when I wasn't actually making the food or anything and just sending it out. I was just making the food. Like, I was the one that cooked the food. Now, everything was going all in well until I get to my 10-minute break. And as I'm on my 10-minute break, Bobby, he like... So, like, I'm, like, sitting in this, like, little break room, right? Alright, hold on, let me get a picture for you. So, you walk down this hall, and to the left, there's a break room, like, a little break area. It's not a fucking room. It's a little break area. Over to, like, in that corner of the break area, there's this, like, shitty-ass HP computer that I swear to God was broken when I came there. But anyway, to my right is the deep freezer, like, the walk-in freezer. And, you know, that's going to be very important for some stories I'm going to tell in the future. But anyway, so I'm sitting in this break room, and I'm just, like, on my phone. I'm, like, watching TikTok or some shit. And Bobby goes around this corner, like, I'm talking, like, he, like, peeks his head over. Like, he peeked his head over, like, the corner. And he's like, yo, Eric, motherfucker, you want to smoke? And, like, at the time, so... at the time, look, I was, like... when I first got this job, I was like, man, I'm not gonna smoke, I'm not gonna fuck this up, I'm gonna do all my shit, I'm gonna do this right, you feel me? I'm just gonna do everything to, like, the best that I can do. And motherfucker folds on second day to peer pressure. Like, this motherfucker, oh my fucking god. He literally said, don't be a bitch. And I'm like, man, fuck it. So we left, and we're over by, like, this dumpster area, and, you know, he pulls out, like, this fucking joint. He pulls out this joint, right? And, you know, we just start chiefing that shit. I'm coughing like a bitch, because, like, honestly, at the time, like, when I was 16, like, okay, when I was, like, 15, I used to smoke a lot. And then, randomly, I just stopped. And, like, I just stopped smoking weed, and, like, probably up until that moment, I wasn't smoking weed like that. Like, probably the last time I smoked weed before I even, like, worked at McDonald's was with, like, my homies, like, in the middle of summer. And even before that, it was months, like, genuine months. Like, I didn't even vape at this time, right? But, you feel me? We're smoking this fucking joint, and I'm getting high as fuck. Like, I'm going straight, like, goblin mode. Like, I'm surprised, like, during these times, I didn't green out at all. Like, I was a trooper. But I was just fucked up, and after we finished this joint, we stomped that bitch out, walked back up in there, we reek like kush, and nobody really gives a fuck. It was low-key pretty fucking funny. So... oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. So, like, we walk it in, and, like, as I'm walking in, I'm just like, shit, I don't even know if I can do my job correctly, but, you know, somehow I managed to get my job done. Like, during these times, like, whenever I would get, like, way too high, I have no recollection of what I did, but somehow I made it out alive, and somehow I didn't get fired that day. So, honestly, that was the first time that I ever smoked at McDonald's, but now that I'm thinking about it, I want to throw in another story, because I feel like this video is just a little too short. And this is only about the third day of me working at McDonald's, so fuck it. We're going to add this into the episode. Hold on, let me get a sip of water real quick. Fuck, I really needed that bev break. Alright. So, you know, it's about the third day of me working in this bitch, and, you know, I'm just doing everything normal, you know, I'm just fucking dropping the burgers and shit, dropping the fucking chicken, doing whatever I gotta do, and the clock hits about, like, 9, 9, maybe like 10, I can't really remember, but I know the sun was down, you know, but where I live, the sun goes down at, like, 5 sometimes, so I don't fucking know, you know, fuck daylight savings, even though we do need that shit, but anyway, so... all of us are chilling in the back, and I'm talking to Bobby and Lil B, and also, I think, who the fuck else was there? Let me give him a name, Okay, I just gave him a name. Alright, his name is going to be Jared. So me, Lil B, Bobby, and Jared, we were all just discussing about smoking weed. We were hitting, I was hitting Jared's vape, and we were just chilling, and so... oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. So this chick, we're gonna call her Kiki. So Kiki, she goes up to us and she's like, yo, I have 2 pre-rolls, y'all trying to smoke on your break? And I was like, bet, we're with it. But honestly, the entire McDonald's was dead. Like, for McDonald's, I don't know if any of y'all have worked there, have worked at one, but McDonald's is usually busy 24/7, but, like, I don't know why. At this time of the day, fucking nobody was there. Literally nobody. Drive-thru clear, lobby clear, everything. Now... we all get the great idea. We're just like, you know what? We're on the clock. Let's just walk up out of this bitch and smoke. And everybody was with it. I'm saying even including one of our managers. Now, we're going to call this manager Tyler. Now, Tyler, he's a cool-ass manager. He didn't give a fuck. Like, I'm going to be real with y'all. Most of the managers in this bitch did not give a fuck at the time that I worked there. Like, I worked at this McDonald's during the most, like, corrupt time of, like... in history of that McDonald's. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, it's so different from now, but anyway, so all of us, including the manager, we go out to Bobby's car, and we just start smoking these fucking joints, and we're literally out there for maybe about, like, 20 minutes, and a car shows up, and none of us want to fucking go back in. So our manager Tyler actually runs back in that bitch, takes the order, makes the food, and sends that shit out, like, does every, like, part of the job and gets that shit done. And we're all just chiefing these fucking joints, like, just, like, all of us are just chiefing these fucking joints. Like, we're all on the clock. We don't give a fuck. Like, I swear, anywhere else you would have gotten fired in this bitch. I swear to fuck. But anyway, so after we get done smoking this shit, I'm already geeked as shit, but, you know, fuck it. We go back to work, and yeah, that was about, like, the one time that I would say that pretty much more than, like, 8 people walked out to just smoke fucking weed. Like, I don't know how to like, feel on that. Because, like, back then, like, holy shit, that was probably the, like, one of the most, like, highlights of my time working there. But looking back, like, if I was the GM, nigga, and I saw that shit, I would be so fucking pissed. I'd be like, where the fuck are my workers type shit? Like, y'all motherfuckers are fired, bruh. But even if our general manager never fired us, I'm like, later in this story, I'm probably gonna say that I got fired. I didn't get fired. I fucking quit. But anyway, that was the story of McChronicals. This is the first episode of McChronicals. You know what? Actually, fuck it. Let me add in another detail. On my first day of working at McDonald's, I got written up. And I got written up because I was hitting this one homie's vape, like, while, like, flipping burgers. Like, we were stupid as shit back in the day. Like, there's an obvious blind spot that we all, like, throughout the time I worked there, and even, like, the second time I came over there, we would just go over there and smoke. This was one of, like, the only times I walked out of the blind spot, and I was just sitting there chiefing. Like, I was just chiefing the vape. But, yeah, that's another little detail for this video. But, anyway, part 2 of the McChronicals will be coming out soon, so don't worry, guys. I'm gonna have way more interesting stories in this one, but, you know, all story times begin with something not too interesting, not too crazy. But don't worry, I got some way more crazy ass stories. But anyway, see you motherfuckers later. Have a great day, have a great night. If you're going to work after this shit, have a great fucking shift. I know working sucks dick. But anyway, this is Eric signing off. Peace.